Hope you're having a good day. I am going live for our Tuesday training. I'm a little bit early because I've got to run, so I hope that's okay with everybody. You can catch the replay, of course, because it'll just live in this team page. I'm going to cover your power hour today, and we haven't talked about this for a while, but it's definitely something that I think is important when you're running this kind of business. For those of you I don't know, my name's Katie Harlan, and I have been a Zaya rep for 2.5 years, and I love every part of this business. Okay, so your power hour is the term for how you can work your business in a short amount of time. And this is really important because most of us do not have all day to work your business. I am kind of unique in that my kids are in school and this is my full-time job, but it hasn't always been this way. When I started in network marketing, I had 3 kids under 3, and I really only had about half an hour a day to work my business. I just did not have more time than that. And so, as they got older, I was able to carve out more and more time. And now, they're in school full time. But so I've kind of seen both ends of the spectrum, but I really built some good habits when Sherry, I really built some good habits when I was forced to work my business in a short time span. They say busy people are like the most effective, and I really feel that. The other day, after getting back from Thailand, my system was all off, my schedule was off, and I just found myself sort of like wandering around during the day and like not being focused on my work. And I got out of my power hour kind of work habits, and I realized, or I was reminded, actually too much time in this business is a bad thing. So when I worked my former network marketing business with the kids at home, I used to say constantly, if I just had more time, I would be more successful. If I just had more time. And the truth of the matter is, it's not true. More time does not equal more success, and I promise you that because I'm a really good example of that. I did not get successful with Zaya because I had more time. I was just really focused on the activities I needed to be focused on. But like I said, the other day I was just wandering around, and I'm like, you can have too much time, and that's not effective either. So a power hour is a really great way to stay focused on on the items and tasks you need to do. Okay, so those who can stay focused can really work this business in 5 hours a week and be very successful. The key is we want duplication. So if for example, it takes you 8 hours to get your Zaya work done each day, no one's going to want to do that with you. That is not duplicatable for most of us, for most of the world. We want to be able to be efficient and strategic so that we can show our teams and people that we bring on with us that, hey, look, I can do this in 1 hour a day, and so can you. Anybody can carve out 1 hour a day. I mean, quite frankly, especially if you break it up into small segments, which I'm going to talk about. Okay, more time isn't actually better. I talked about that. Having more time can really just lead to a lack of focus and kind of like a wandering around, which you guys, if you follow me on Instagram stories, you know about me that every day I go to the gym. That's my therapy. It's not, it's that's my time. And I don't really start my official work day until like 10ish, because by the time I get home and I eat and I do all that stuff, it's 10. And then I usually work for a solid couple of hours. And then I usually have some sort of errands to run or some sort of other task. So today I worked for about half an hour before the kids woke up. And then I've been getting ready. I took some pictures. I did a post, and I'm doing this. I have another few tasks, and then I have to go. I've got appointments and stupid groceries. And then by the time I get home, the kids will be home. So that's my business day. And the reason why I'm able to do that is because you do not need all day every day. Thank goodness, right? And then of course I'm answering messages in between things. And I usually sign back on at night to respond to messages and stuff like that. I'm not saying it that I only work those hours, but it's the reach outs and the follow-ups and all of that's my work time. So that's the most important part. Okay. All right, so let's talk about Power Hour basics. It can be broken up into shorter segments. So you can do 2 30-minute segments. You can do 4 15-minute segments. I love that it's customizable to your schedule and whatever you need. So if you work full time, I would recommend doing part of it in the morning and part of it at night, and set a timer. If you have a really, really full schedule, but you feel like you can just get sucked into this, because that happens and it's exciting and you want to work, Zaya. I hope, set a timer so that you can make sure that you're staying focused in that time. But the key is for a Power Hour that it's a focused list of work and you have limited distractions. So for me, I have installed first of all, I try to work from my computer. And the reason is because when I'm on my phone, a million things are coming in, and it doesn't like unlock, or it doesn't remind me that I'm working, because we have our phone all the time. When I'm in here with my computer, it's like it flips a switch in my brain from playing, or I don't know, messing around, to work time. And so I'm automatically more focused. So I would recommend finding a spot in your house or your office or wherever where when you sit there, it feels like work time. It also helps me with my kids because they know when if I'm in the kitchen working on my phone and kind of like messing around, they like interrupt me and talk to me and stuff. If I'm in my office on the computer, they also interrupt me, but I can more easily say, I'm working, you need to wait a minute. And it just signals to everyone that this is work time. So definitely find a space that works for you and your family where it feels like designated workspace. But another thing, you guys, I do on the computer is there's an extension called KillFeed, Kill Feed, through Chrome. It's free. It's an extension that goes on your Facebook, where I don't know if I can turn you around. Let's see if I can. I think I can. It takes the scrolling off. Okay, so I have no home page because of this extension somewhere up there. Anyway, KillFeed. Okay, if you want to go to somebody's page, you just type them in and you can go to their page and you can see anything you want. But it's just, there's not that big page on the front, and so you're not distracted. It's so very helpful. I don't have one on my phone. I don't think there is one, so that's another reason to work from a computer rather than your phone. Okay, and then being organized, again, it can be very, very helpful. For me, I use that whiteboard a lot. That helps keep me focused on what I need to be doing when I am working. But if you're just focused on the Power Hour, if that's all you can do for the day, I'm going to give you exactly what your list should be. Okay, so let's go over that. Okay, here are the components. The first component, which is 15 minutes, is your reach out. So I love that yesterday, Jill McLaren from Canada, she gave us the 100 names in 30 days. Okay, so when you're doing your reach outs, that would be a great thing to have right there. For me, and I think she covered this too, when I think of a name, it's not necessarily when I'm sitting down to work. So I like to collect my names of people and ideas throughout the day, when I'm in the shower, when I'm driving, and then I'll jot it in my phone, like in a phone note, and then I'll come home and I'll put the names down, and then I'll do the reach outs, because the actual like message to those people is fast. That part's fast. It's coming up with the names that takes a while. So I kind of do that throughout the day all the time. Keep an organized list so that when I sit down to work, I can open my list and be like, oh, okay, those were the people I'm going to send my quick messages. And then don't think too hard about your messages. I loved what Deanna said yesterday, also from Canada, about, if you haven't watched that call, watch that call. It was so good. Deanna said, you know, that some of her best, her best messages have been just super casual, like, you would be so good at this. And I felt the same way. It was like, oh yeah, same. These long thought out messages are not necessary. Let me mute my computer. Speaking of minimizing distractions. Okay. So your reach outs should really only take 15 minutes, especially if you've come up with your list another time. Follow-ups, 15 minutes. This is, I do this just straight from my back office. Usually I only do follow-ups for my customers once or twice a week, but I just go in and I see whose items have shipped, and then I message, say, did you get it? Do you love it? Anything else I can help you with? That kind of thing. The third 15-minute block is your social media posts, getting those organized, thought through, figured out, and any stories. So this is especially important for those of you who work full-time and cannot be, or have like busy kids, cannot be on your phone all the time. This one for me, I do super on the fly because I'm able to, right? I can just kind of do like, it's like an online blog of sorts with my stories. I'm typically able to do that during the day, but most people aren't. So this would be like, you know, you can record a couple little videos, you could take a couple pictures, you can kind of plan out what your posts are going to be. So, you know, on Monday, you're going to talk about your Monday routine. On Tuesday, you're going to share your favorite outfit. On Wednesday, you're going to talk about the business. On Thursday, you've got a fun quote to you know, about living your best life. On Friday, you're going to talk about your weekend plans. Whatever it is for you, however you want to plan it, I think having a plan, unless you're super go on the fly like I am, I think having a plan is really, really helpful. I typically come up with my posts like right before I make them, but I'm always thinking that way. So I have like a large library of posts. If that is you, go with it. If that is not you, then just keep, as you think of an idea for a post, again, keep a note in your phone, write them out, have them ready to go. So on your super busy work days, you can just go and copy and paste. Because you guys, copying and pasting the post is not what takes time. It's thinking of it, right? So if you do the thinking beforehand, then the uploading is fast. And if you work at a job where you can't be posting through the day, because like that's not, you know, it's frowned upon for your employer frowns upon that. Again, just have it ready to go, and then when you have your power hour at night or in the morning or at lunchtime, then you can put it up. Amy, are those people who are not already in your group that you're reaching out to? My reach outs are to anyone and everyone. So they might be in my group, but they haven't ordered for a while. They might be just somebody on Facebook or Instagram that I notice is liking all of my stuff that I might reach out to and just say, have you ever tried Zaya? And we're going to talk about reach outs in just a second. And then the fourth power hour component, the last 15 minutes, are organizing your party posts. Or putting up your party posts. And if you don't have a party, then use those 15 minutes to, you know, you might have returns you need to work on, or, follow up messages back to people or something like that. But if you're doing reach outs, follow ups, and your social media, you guys are going to be golden. That will move your business forward. 1 hour a day. That should be the main thing you're doing, okay? Then, of course, as your business grows and you have more of a team, you might need to add some team stuff in there too. But hopefully at that point, you're getting compensated really well, so it's worth the extra time. That has been my case. Okay, reach outs. Let's talk about that. Here are the most basic kind of reach outs. But again, I don't do scripts. I don't overthink this. It's just super casual. Like, would I say this to somebody in person? I liked that example last night on the call. Somebody said, would you say this to someone in person? Okay, have you tried our leggings? You know, if somebody's liking your pictures and you're wearing activewear, hey, Andrea, I see your name. Hey, Andrea, thanks for your support. Have you ever tried our leggings? So easy. You can also offer something like, have you tried our leggings? This week I'm offering 10% off to new customers. Or this week I'm offering new customers free shipping. I'd love to help you take advantage of that. So that's just a really easy one. Have you tried our leggings? I always go for the leggings because the leggings I think are other than the business opportunity, I think our leggings are our best product. So if it's a new customer, I really don't want them to buy a tank top. I want them to buy our Light and Tights. That's my favorite pair of leggings. Maybe you have something that's, your favorite. But for me, I want to get them in the Light and Tights. Another one is, hey, have you thought about hosting a party before? So this would be a message that I'm sending to somebody who either is like, oh, I love your stuff, but I can't afford it. Or somebody who's just ordered several times. Hey, have you thought about hosting a party before? I have these dates available. It's super fun and easy. And then the last reach out type is, would you be interested in learning more about this business? So that's something that I send to someone who maybe we've already been talking a little bit. I know that they're interested. I'm not sending that message to cold market. And again, I'm sorry to just keep talking about the call from last night, but there were so many good points. I loved when Jill said that her cold market isn't really her cold market, because by the time she's asking these people if they're interested in learning more about the business, they're already kind of warm market. Like they maybe started as cold market with the, hey, your kids are so cute. But then a relationship forms before you come at the, are you ready to learn about this business? Or I think you'd be really good at this business. Typically, once in a while, I think it goes faster than that. But I love that reminder that really, if we're doing due diligence to this and we're really not being impatient and we're doing it the way that it should be done, we're forming a relationship before we offer the business, and that's going to give you better results anyway. So I love that reminder. Okay, you guys, I really want to see a lot of us turn in that 100 names in 30 days. I think we need some sort of reward for this. I need to talk to Monica about that first, but I think that's a really great challenge and very doable, but it will require this focused work. This is, if you do a power hour every day, you can fill out that form in 30 days. And you guys, that is filling your funnel. Those reach outs, those conversations, that's what's going to give you guys people for sales, parties, and reps. It does not happen without that work. Okay? All right, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to hop off now, but tag me with any questions you have, and I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.